Breathing and exchange of gases. Neat previous year questions from 16 to 23. Question 1. Vital capacity of lung is. Vital capacity is the maximum volume of air a person can breathe in after forced expiration. This includes ERV, TV, and IRV. Option D, IRV plus ERV plus TV is the correct answer. Under normal physiological condition, in human beings, every 100 ml of oxygenated blood can deliver dash ml of oxygen to the tissue. 5 ml, 4 ml, 10 ml, 2 ml. Every 100 ml of oxygenated blood can deliver around 5 ml of O2 to the tissue under normal physiological conditions. Option A, 5 ml is the correct answer. Which of the following is not the function of conducting part of respiratory system? Inhaled air is humidified. Temperature of inhaled air is brought to the body temperature. Provide surface area for diffusion of O2 and CO2. It clears inhaled air from foreign particles. External nostrils to terminal bronchioles are called the conducting part of the respiratory system. It serves the following functions: transports the air to alveoli, clears foreign particles from the air, humidifies the incoming air, brings the air to body temperature. Providing large surface area is not the function of conducting part and is done by alveoli. So option C, provide a surface for diffusion of O2 and CO2 is the correct answer. The partial pressures in mmHg of oxygen and carbon dioxide at alveoli, the site of diffusion, are PO2 in alveoli is 104 mmHg and PCO2 in alveoli is 40. Option C, PO2 104 and PCO2 40 is the correct answer. Select the favorable conditions required for the formation of oxyhemoglobin at the alveoli. High PO2, high PCO2, less H positive, high temperature. Low PO2, low PCO2, more H positive, high temperature. High PO2, low PCO2, less H positive, lower temperature. Low PO2, high PCO2, more H positive, high. In the alveoli, where there is high PO2, low PCO2, lesser H positive concentration, and lower temperature, the factors are all favorable for the formation of oxyhemoglobin, whereas in the tissues where low PO2, higher PCO2, high H positive concentration, and higher temperature exist, the conditions are favorable for dissociation of oxygen from the oxyhemoglobin. So option C, high PO2, low PCO2, less H positive, lower temperature is the correct answer. Tidal volume and expiratory reserve volume of an athlete is 500 ml and 1000 ml respectively. What will be his expiratory capacity if the residual volume is 1200 ml? 2700, 1500, 1700, 2200. Expiratory capacity is the total volume of air a person can expire after normal inspiration. It includes tidal volume and expiratory reserve volume. EC is equal to TV plus ERV is equal to 500 plus 1000 is equal to 1500 ml. Option B, 1500 ml is the correct. Due to increasing airborne allergens and pollutants, many people in urban areas are suffering from a respiratory disorder that causes wheezing due to a reduction in the secretion of surfactant by pneumocytes, benign growth on the mucous lining of the nasal cavity, inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles, proliferation of fibrous tissue, and damage of alveolar valves. Allergens cause bronchial asthma that stimulates the release of histamine from mast cells. Symptoms of bronchiasthma are coughing, wheezing, difficulty in breathing due to inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles. Inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles. Option C is the correct answer. Name the chronic respiratory disorder caused mainly by cigarette smoking. Emphysema is a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease caused due to cigarette smoking. It is inflation or abnormal distension of bronchioles or alveolar sacs of the lungs which causes irreversible distension and loss of elasticity in the walls of alveolar sacs of the lungs. So option C, emphysema, is the correct answer. Cytochromes are found in outer wall of mitochondria, cristae of mitochondria, lysosomes, matrix of mitochondria. Cytochromes are found in mitochondria. These are located on the inner membrane of mitochondria and are related with phosphorylation. Option B, cristae of mitochondria, is the correct answer. When you hold your breath, which of the following gas changes in blood would first lead to the urge to breathe? Rising CO2 concentration, falling CO2 concentration, rising CO2 and falling O2 concentration. Chemoreceptors in the medulla get stimulated by increase in CO2 concentration in the blood of arteries. Decrease in O2 concentration has no significant effect on chemoreceptors. Option A, rising CO2. Reduction in pH of blood will decrease the affinity of hemoglobin with the oxygen released by carbonate ion by the liver, reduce the rate of heartbeat, reduce the blood supply to the brain. Reduction in pH of blood causes oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve to shift to the right, which indicate dissociation of oxygen from hemoglobin. This decreases affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen. Option A, decrease the affinity of hemoglobin with the oxygen. The partial pressure of oxygen in the alveoli of the lung is equal to that in blood, more than that in the blood, less than that in the blood, less than that of carbon dioxide. The partial pressure of oxygen in alveolar air is 104 mmHg, whereas it is 40 mmHg in deoxygenated blood and 95 mmHg in oxygenated blood. Option B, more than that in blood. Lungs are made up of air-filled sacs, the alveoli. They do not collapse even after forcible expiration because inspiratory reserve volume, tidal volume, expiratory reserve volume, residual volume. Residual volume is the volume of air which remains in the lungs after the most forcible expiration. This residual air enables the lung to continue exchange of gas even after maximum exhalation. Due to this, lungs do not collapse even after forcible expiration. Option D, residual volume is a